everyone, it is Beth with Flying by the Seed of My Plants, and it's been a little while, I think, since my last video. Took kind of a break during the holidays and everything, and we are just after Christmas. Today is December 29th, and I'm in Northeast Ohio. And so anyhow, I just wanted to show you different things I'm doing to get ready for the growing season for 2025. I pulled out all of my seeds here, a lot of seeds. So this is good and it's bad. The good part is I have a lot of seeds, probably too many seeds. And some of them I've been going through them and checking the dates on them, and there's a lot of seeds. Not a lot, but anyhow, I have seeds from 2020, I have seeds from 2022, 2023, etc. So this year, I'm not going to be ordering as many seeds as I typically do because I do have a lot still. And also, I have a gardening group in Facebook. It's Flying by the Seed of My Plants. And Elle, who is a good friend, he is in the group, and he was very generous. He was gifted a lot of different seeds, and he shared those seeds with me and other people as well. And I got quite a few seeds from him. And there is another community near me, and which this woman started, I think, a couple years ago. And they actually do a garden for the community. And some people are less fortunate that can't grow their own food. But anyhow, the kids learn how to garden and all these other things that she does throughout the year. Christmas, different things. Anyhow, so I dropped off a bunch of seeds for her and for her gardening. And they are getting ready to put in more garden plots for this year. So I was really happy when Elle gave me those. And then, of course, I shared them with her. She probably got, I don't even know, over 400 seed packets. And Elle gave me, I am pretty sure, all of those, plus what I kept. I have over probably 300 seed packets. Some of my favorites were the zinnias. Look at all those packets of seeds. I love zinnia. I love the sunflowers, and there's quite a variety of sunflowers in here. There's Autumn Beauty. There's a Ruby Eclipse, a bicolor, just all these different sunflowers. Another is, this is Stella sunflowers, and a dwarf variety, which I'm excited about. The dwarf, these grow anywhere from 1 to 2 feet tall. And I do want to get a couple more. Oh, here's this one. I did order dwarf sunspot sunflowers. And they grow 1 to 2 feet tall as well. And then there was another one I was looking at that grows to be about maybe 10 inches. And my goal for that is, every year, if you've watched my channel before, I do a plant sale every year. And so that's one reason why I'm getting everything ready here. I got a lot of my gardening seed catalogs. One of my favorites is the whole seed catalog from Baker Creek. So that's been fun going through that. And also, that one you pay for. This one is the free catalog from them. And I still have to go through a lot of those. This one is brand new to me. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of them. Totally Tomatoes. So I got to go through that. See what kind of tomatoes they have there. And then this one is Park Seed. And lots of tomatoes and different flowers and everything. But another favorite of mine is Johnny's. And The other one is M.I. Gardner I order from, and there's a few other places I have ordered from, Burpee, depending on the variety that I'm getting. And Johnny's, I never have a problem with germination from Johnny's. Great customer service. You know, if you have questions, you can email them on different seeds you might have, or, you know, starting them, anything. So, and they get back to you fairly quickly. And the one thing, M.I. Gardner, his seeds this year for 2025, I just went on his website. They're still $2 a packet. And I'm not sure. I think he raised how much you need to order before you get the free shipping. I'm not positive, but I was trying to research that and I didn't see it, but I only went on for a little bit just to look at it. But anyhow, I think it's like $19 or $20 in seed, which is very easy to do. Because they're $2 a seed packet. But anyhow, I think after that amount, you get free shipping. Plus, he's really not that far from me. I think a 3.5-hour drive. The other thing I get from M.I. Gardner every single year, and I will continue, is the Trifecta Plus fertilizer that he has. So far, I have had great success with that, and I do go through quite a bit of that. And so I usually get the 5-pound bag. The downside is there is shipping on that, and I totally get it because it's heavy. And so I don't know, I can't remember how much the shipping was, but I know it's over $10. So actually this year I might actually make a trip out there just for fun and to check the place out. So that is the Trifecta. And but anyhow, these are the extra seeds that I got from my friend Elle, and all kinds of stuff in here. There's cucumbers, there's squash in here, there's pumpkin, there's marigold, there's cosmos. And I'm actually trying to figure out with my plant sale, you know, if you sell it, I mean, I think I'm going to do a few seed packets, and, you know, if you buy plants, maybe doing a free packets of seeds, or just put some together and sell them for maybe 50 cents each. Anyhow, I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet, but I'm working on that. So at this time of year, I went through all of my seed packets and just to see what I have. So right now, I don't think I have to order hardly any tomatoes. The only tomatoes that I have that I need to order this year are the black strawberry, which is a favorite of mine. It's probably about a golf ball size tomato. It's gorgeous. Queen of the Night. Now these are through Rare Seeds that I get them. Sun Gold, I've gotten them, I think from Burpee, and I can't remember the other places, but I was going through Johnny's. They have a Sun Gold this year, so I might order a packet of Sun Gold through them. Sun Gold is a very sweet, delicious cherry tomato, and a lot of times I don't make it out of my garden because I just snack on them while I'm in the garden. And this year I want to try snack peppers. That was a request last year, asked if I had started any of those plants, and I did not, so I do want to include that in my plant sale this year. And the snack peppers, I think Johnny had some, so I got to go through the catalogs yet, but that is one thing that I do want to order this year, so I have starts of snack peppers. Another favorite that was last year was the first time was the Jimmy Nardello pepper. Delicious. You know, it has a hint of an apple flavor in it, but I'm definitely growing that again. Another favorite is a shishito. Another is Cubanelle. I do the stuffed peppers with the Cubanelle, and I absolutely love the Cubanelle pepper. So I did order some Cubanelle peppers from M.I. Gardner, but the picture on them does not look like a Cubanelle. And this is previous years, so I'm going to have to look at his catalog, because he does not send one out, which is fine. He saves money and saves us money by not doing a catalog. But he does have one you could download on your phone or your computer. But anyhow, Cubanel's a favorite. Things that I need to order this year, and this is from Rare Seeds. I have to look to see if Johnny's has them. I'm not sure. But jalapenos, I love the jalapenos. I do the cowboy candy, different jellies, and pumpkin spice, orange spice, and lemon spice. Beautiful colors, and they're jalapenos. The other is I still have some seed packets of Craig's Grande. It's a larger jalapeno. And here's a package of it. This one is from 2022. So one thing I just wanted to share with you. Last year I had a really hard time getting these to germinate. So I might order one seed packet. But in the meantime, I'm going to see if the seeds are still, if they're an issue. So I'm going to take out probably maybe 10 seeds. So there's one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seeds. And I went ahead and I have this, just like a Glad storage container, freezer container. Put a wet napkin in here, paper towel. And I'm going to put the seeds on the wet paper towel because I'm going to check the germination. Because something was going on last year with the Craig's Grande. And, you know, I wanted them in the plant sale, but I didn't have that many because a lot did not germinate. So to get ready for this year, and you just put a wet paper towel if you want to check germination. So there are 11 seeds, which I'm going to put tape on top of the container, 11 seeds. So, you know, if they all germinate, that's 100%. If half germinate, it's 50% germination rate. But I don't know what happened. And I think it was older seeds, but these seeds are from 2022. So these are a couple years old. So this is going to be put on the side so I know that I had germination from this. And then I'm going to go through them again. If I have older packets, I'm going to check the germination rate with them too. But you just, you know, dampen that. And you want to keep it damp. And probably in about 5 or 6 days, I'll start checking on them. I'm going to keep it damp just with the spray bottle. I mean, you don't want it sitting in water because the seed will rot. So right now that's damp. I'm going to put this lid on and that will keep it moist. And I'm going to put it on the side. And I'll put today's date on there just so I know. And check the germination rate. And if I have older seeds, I got to go through them. I'm going to do the same thing with them. There, I'll put the tape on there with the year of the seed. And, you know, if you store your seeds properly, keep them out of direct sunlight, keep them in a cool place. Some people do keep them in the freezer. I just don't have room to do that with mine, so I don't put them in the freezer. So I honestly don't know how well that works, but people do that and say it works very well. So, okay, the other thing I'm doing is I'm starting to save all of my eggshells because I am going to, I put them on a baking sheet, the eggshells, and then I put them in the oven on the lowest setting in the oven and let them dehydrate in my oven. And once they're dried out and you know, it's not wet or anything like that, then I put it in. I have I don't know what you call it, I think the Silver Bullet or one of the Bullet blenders, and I powder up the eggshells, and I will use that in my garden when I plant my tomatoes. And I do it every year. It faithfully works. You know, some people might say it doesn't work, but it does work. When I plant my tomatoes, I put at least 2 tablespoons of powdered up eggshells, or you can actually just crumble up the eggshells. The reason why I like the powdered is because it can the ground can absorb it, the tomato plant can absorb it better with every single plant. And I've had it where I did not put the eggshells, or you can use tomato tone. But if you eat eggs and you can save them and powder up eggshells, that has calcium. It's the whole thing is a calcium. And it helps prevent the blossom end rot. And let's say if, like I did last year, I had the Black Beauty tomato and I put in my raised beds off on the side of my house and forgot to add any tomato tone or eggshells or anything. I just planted them. So when it started producing the tomatoes, I discovered blossom end rot. And that's where the end of the tomato, the bottom, will form the black circle, and it basically ruins your whole tomato. So then I went ahead and added tomato tone because I didn't have any crushed up eggshells or powdered up eggshells at that time. So I used tomato tone that has calcium. And then the new tomatoes that grew did not have any blossom end rot. So you can correct that through the growing season. Once it gets a blossom end rot, though, that one tomato that has it, you can't do anything with it. You can't reverse it because it's got it. But anyhow, so calcium for your tomato plants. And so I do that every year. So the other things I'm going through right now, of course, I went through all my seeds just to see what I have, how much I have, and then of course all these new seeds that Al gave me. Thank you so much, Al. Went through all of those. I'm excited about that. And so there's certain things that I do get every year, and I use the seeds every year. There's some specialty cosmos, beautiful cosmos flowers that I'll be ordering those. There are the Cinderella zinnia seeds. I will be ordering those because I love them. They're beautiful, along with the regular zinnias. Zinnias are beautiful. You grow it, and you keep cutting it, and you keep getting them. And they usually go all the way through fall, the zinnias. Okay, so the other thing is I'm doing my inventory because I do the plant sale every year, and I don't know how many I did last year, between 800 and 1,000 plants. And so anyhow, this year I'm hoping to get more flowers. The other thing I'm doing is I started getting into decoupaging terracotta pots. So I want to put that in my plant sale. And so different ideas. I'm just going through my head and seeing what I'm going to do this year with that. Some of my favorite things to grow, I mentioned the black strawberry, Queen of the Night sun gold. This year I'm trying the snack peppers, Jimmy Nardello, Cubanelle, the shishito pepper, the different jalapenos, pumpkin, orange, lemon, Craig's Grande, definitely will be in the garden this year. Different tomatoes that I grow every year is San Marzano, great canning tomato. Amish paste, a great canning tomato. And I'm not going to do as many as I typically do because I did can a lot from last year. And so I'm going to cut down on that. But anyhow, and then I'm going to do the delicious tomato. And I'm going to go over all the seeds that I have and what I'm growing, but I'll do that on another video where I will show you that, and if you're interested. The other thing that's going on the list is bee balm. I also want to sell some of that in my plant sale. And a bunch of different herbs. The rosemary, oregano, sage, thyme, chives. And the other thing I am getting is the butterfly pea. I have they have the pink and the purple one. And it's a beautiful flower, climbing vine, and the flowers you can make a tea out of it. So anyhow, I want to do that this year. Another thing I grew last year that I absolutely loved was a sweet dumpling, and I just recently made a dish for Thanksgiving for this. My mom absolutely loved it. And of course the patty pans. also known as like a yellow scallop and a white scallop. I'm doing those this year. Also from Ale, lots of zucchini and yellow, the yellow squash, the yellow zucchini. Plus I still have seeds of that too. So that I'll be doing this year. Trying to think what else. Okay, so anyhow, I'll go over all my seeds when I get them all together. And one thing I'm not doing this year is the Black Beauty. I will go on my Facebook group and ask if anybody wants any this year. It's a very neat, cool tomato to grow, but they are small. And I don't think they're very prolific. They take an awfully long time to ripen. It seems like forever and a day before they get fully ripe. So, okay, so went through my seeds. I'm checking germination on some of the older seeds just to be safe. And if I need to order them, I got to get my order in. Because I'm excited. It's we're planting for 2025. I'm going to check also the planting time. That's really important. And, you know, you want to look at the back of your seed packet, and that's where it's going to tell you how many weeks before your last frost, when to get these seeds started. Squash, typically, I'll probably start these maybe 3 weeks before the plant sale, which hopefully this year I'll have my first day on Mother's Day weekend, depending on the weather here. Last year our weather was absolutely gorgeous very early. And I also have a job, and she happened to schedule me on Mother's Day weekend, so it was disappointing because I think I missed out on a lot of sales, because Mother's Day was a big day because the weather was so beautiful. You're also taking chances around here. I am going to go on to Farmer's Almanac just to see when they're predicting our last frost for us. Let's see. Farmer's Almanac. Okay, so battery went dead and I had to recharge it. Anyhow, where I left off was checking on the last frost date, which you can check with the Farmer's Almanac, and you just have to enter your zip code. So I went ahead and did that, and the last frost date for us is April 27th. And I am in zone 6, which the zones really just go for perennials and things like that. And anyhow, but in Northeast Ohio. So anyhow, the next thing I got to do is I'm making a list of when I'm going to start things. So last frost date, April 27th. And I did talk about the plant sale. So I do want to do a lot of herbs this year for the sale. You know, thyme, rosemary, sage, different things like that. I want to get flowers in for this year. So, you know, like the peppers, according to Farmer's Almanac, in my area, I could start February 15th to March 1st. And I think last year I did do it around the beginning of March. I was running late. A lot of things happened this year, but the beginning of the year. One of the things is my brother passed away, which is still very difficult. So this whole 2024 gardening was different for me this year. So next year for 2025, we get to start over again. So anyhow, so I should be starting my peppers between February 15th and March 1st. And my tomatoes, I will be starting between March 1st and March 16th. And I got to see if I can straighten out that camera. Hang on a second. Okay, so it's recording now. The camera has a mind of its own today. So I'm going to kind of try and hurry a little bit because I'm just afraid that the battery's going to go dead a lot sooner than. But anyhow, so where I left off was the frost dates. So I looked it up on the Farmer's Almanac, and not the first frost date, but the last frost date is April 27th for 2025 in my zip code area, Northeast Ohio, basically. And so as far as starting seed, I'm going to be starting my peppers between February 15th and March 1st. Brussels sprouts I want to start between March 16th and the 30th. And the tomatoes will be March 1st through the 16th. And then a couple other things. Rosemary, I think I will be starting that sooner. And then different flowers, I have to look up, the germination, how long it takes for germination. And once they germinate, and I see them pop out of the ground, well, actually, I go by the date of germination, not the amount of time from when I put the seed in the soil. So, if it says 8 weeks before our last frost to start something, I'm going to probably do like at least 9 weeks, depending on the date. It'll say like 7 to 10 days to germinate, and I try to use that as a guide for myself. Tomatoes, especially for the plant side, don't want to start them too soon, because I did that. I've done it several times, and if you're doing a plant sale and you're planting like 800 tomato plants, I just had to keep up potting them. And last year I did pretty good, where I just had to up pot them one time. They went from the seed containers like this to up potting just one time, and I was very thankful. Even though I felt like I was really behind in the way I did everything last year. But anyhow, so, just look at the dates, start planning for that. I do, and I'll write it down on the refrigerator just so I can remind myself when I'm starting stuff, because time gets away from me. I mean, I can't even believe that today is December 29th. And, but anyhow, so the other thing I am doing is, going through my seeds, checking germination rate on certain old seeds. The other is going through what seeds I have, what I plan on growing, and if I need to order seeds. The other thing is making sure I have enough containers. So I was doing the inventory on that, and I do have plenty to start. And then I also have plenty of pots, some that I ordered last year, and I also recycle pots and clean them out for when I have to up pot them. I have plenty of trays for these to sit in. And so I'm set on all of that. The other thing is making sure I have enough plant markers, because I definitely don't want to run out of that. And so I guess that's about it. I'm just going through the different lists. And since my battery died, I thought I'd go ahead and kind of show you what I mean about, I've been decoupaging the terracotta pot. So you got to put a nice sealer in here that keeps the moisture from going out the sides, because terracotta pots are very porous. So I did use a Rust-Oleum sealer, and this protects, because I do the decoupage on this, and it protects that moisture from going through the terracotta pot and ruining the decoupage. And then of course I do put a sealer on the outside after I'm done. But aren't these absolutely gorgeous? This is done out of a napkin. So, and then here's the bottom. But these I plan on doing a bunch for my plant sale, and hopefully sell them. So I did I did craft fairs this year for the very first time for Christmas, and so I just wanted to share that with you. Other than that, I think I went through everything I wanted to go over this time. As far as the trifecta, I have 5 pounds right now, but I know I'm going to need probably another 5 pounds. So I need to order another one, but hopefully I can actually go down to Michigan and pick it up myself. Checking the Craig's Grande germination rate because last year I had an issue with it. Making sure I have my dwarf sunflowers. Going through my inventory of, the seed starting cells. And the next thing, of course, getting the potting mix to start the seeds. I will have to get those. And just going through more things that I do want to grow this year, which I went over a lot of that. And I will show you the seeds that I will be starting this year. And I think this year it's going to be a lot of flowers, maybe not so much of the Amish paste because I did a lot of canning from last year's tomatoes because I had quite a few of the Amish paste and I can't think of the name. Hang on, let me pause you here for a second. San Marzano. San Marzano was the other one. I did a lot of those, but any extra tomatoes I had at the end of the year, I threw them in and canned those as well. And you could freeze them. Anyhow, I think that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. I will hopefully start doing more videos. And, if you guys have any questions, if you have any suggestions of flowers, the one flower seed that was growing in one of my raised beds, which I did not buy the seed, but I think it was mixed in by accident with something that I planted. And that one was called Flower of an Hour. And that one was a pretty cool flower. So my son's girlfriend harvested a bunch of seeds, and then it was so easy. And then I went ahead and harvested some more. And of course, for Christmas, I gave her some of those seeds for this year or for 2025. Anyhow, please, you guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Any suggestions of some really good tomatoes that you think would do well, please leave those in the comments. Because I will be going through different things that I want. I'm going to order a couple things. I know I am. As far as tomatoes, there's still other ones. So, I guess that's it. I just wanted to catch up with you guys. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas. And I am praying that we all have a wonderful New Year. Just so much stuff that happened in 2024. Not just to me, but all of us. Devastating with the Hurricane Helene and all that. I mean, things are still going on with them, and I feel so bad for them. Just a bunch of stuff went on this year. And just praying for a really good 2025 for all of us. So, anyhow, just wanted to share what I was doing, and thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you in the next one. All right, bye.